I am the knight. I am Batman.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Talking Toys. I am your host, Joel. So today we're going to be doing a review of Masters of the Universe Revelation Merman. I want to open this. I know a lot of people have already reviewed this figure. It took a while for me to get it in my hands. I want to say thank you to my friend Bob, who is actually loaning me this figure to do the review. So thanks, Bob. But at the time of recording this, it regrettably and unfortunately, the great Kevin Conroy had passed away, who was the voice of Merman in the Revelation series, and all of us at Talking Toys are still feeling the pain that comes from losing a great talent like Kevin Conroy. So, with that said, I'm going to dedicate this episode to Kevin Conroy, and hopefully I will do some justice for the character as we go forward. Okay, so if you guys have been following me for a while, you know we don't do a toy review until we first cover the box. So we got me in the background there. Sorry, children. We're going to go ahead and start with the logo down here, Masters of the Universe Revelation. Of course, is the Netflix series done by Kevin Smith. Of course, Merman. We have the Netflix logo at the top, and if we bring it up, we have the Masterverse for the figure line. Oh, neat! I just saw this by the Power Grayskull. I'm sure it's been on every box I've opened. I just saw it, so there you go. We have Merman's name with Ocean Warlord written as the subtitle there. We do have his box art as well. Let's go ahead and bring him up over here with a bio. Great artwork. I love the artwork that they get for all of these figures. And of course, at the bottom, we have the line or the wave that Merman is a part of. On the final side here, we do have some more box art. Again, really nice. Sorry about shaking the camera there. I was trying to lift up the tripod. So that covers the box. And let's go ahead and take a look at the figure. Okay, everybody, so we got Merman here. Let's go ahead and bring him down. Actually, before we bring him down, let's go ahead and just take a quick look at some of the accessories he comes with. So he does come with a sword. Not the same metallic, like a metallic silver that I feel like Tila's sword had. So it is more of a plain muted gray with a black handle and kind of just a very matte bronze almost. I think that's kind of more of a bronze or orangish yellow. Definitely doesn't feel like it would be gold. Though with some of the ornaments on his body as far as his armor goes, you'd think that might have been gold. I don't know. It's just a visual choice for me, I think. He comes with several hands, open hands, and he's got the webbing, which is actually kind of a neat touch considering he's underwater. We do have a fist for each side, and then of course we have the other hand. It has the webbing there, and both hands that come stock on the figure when you get them are the gripping hands, so that's pretty neat. He does have, pull that out here real quick, he does have a trident, although I feel kind of weird saying it's a trident. It should be more like a spear, I would think. And I'm thinking of the old term tri and trident for 3 points, and I'm sure someone's going to tell me, idiot, it's all a trident. But you know what? That's me. That's just how I see it. So there you go. We have the silver paint as well. Probably a little bit better. Actually, it is more that weapons blade silver. They could put that on the spear here, but they didn't put it on the blade. You have more of that bronzy orange, and then of course kind of a greenish seafoam. That's not seafoam. Seafoam's pretty bright. Kind of a greenish staff here. It comes down to just being cut off here. So nothing at the bottom. No pommel of any sort. Or I don't think pommel's the right word for the ornament at the end of a spear. But I said it, and I'm sticking with it. So that's the stuff he does come with. Let's go and take a look at the figure himself. He feels good. In hand. It feels very solid, and I like that. I wish he had the body armor that he normally comes with. I feel like that's kind of missing something. But every merman I've had, other than this figure that I'm borrowing, has had some kind of a chest armor, so maybe it's just wishful thinking on my part. But we do have the head. It does move up. It does move down a little bit here. We do have some back and forth. We get a full 360. We look at the design on him here. He's got this kind of a darker sea green. We do have the open eye with the paint app, got blue in the eye there. We have his teeth. I was trying to make sure. I think yeah, we have teeth. There's some paint for the tongue back there. And then, of course, we have the scar over his eye. So there's a lighter orange, more like a peach for the scar over the eye there, and it is closed. So we come down to the chest. We do have some scarring on the chest, a lighter green. We have the upper torso and lower chest. We get a little bit of turn here, but I am feeling a little bit of resistance, and since it's not my figure, I'm not going to push it. A little bit of back and forth. I think when I get one that's mine, I'll push this and see if it actually moves. We do have a waist spin. Softish plastic for his skirt here, but not like what you would see on the Tila in her OC outfit. This is a little bit more firm. We do have the gold and purple. This is a callback to his belt buckle from the original figure, with the green belt, of course, as well. I wish it was a little bit bigger. Again, I'm nitpicking because of the fact that I liked the original cartoon and the original figures. So it's not like I'm saying, screw this, it's not right. It's just, I'm kind of recalling the stuff that I enjoy. And I got to remember that, things update, and they're not always going to be the way I remember it. So we go ahead and look at the additional articulation here. We do have the shoulder goes up on both sides. We have a biceps swivel. We do have the shoulders going in a full 360. We do have a double pinless elbow, but I'm not getting a full turn for that. I don't know if it's the bracer that's doing it. The bracer has a nice kind of a off gold, or if you've seen one of my Transformers reviews, I call that like a mustard gold, and then we have the orange there where the hand comes back. We do have the wrist swivel because of the peg, and then the hands have their own bend and articulation as well. So yeah, the bracer isn't separate. It is molded on the hand. I know, like sometimes we can get that, like when we look down here, we can get the calf swivel. You're not going to get that on the bracer up here. For the legs, we do get about that far going forward, and we get really not much going to the back. We do have a thigh swivel, and you can get about that far of a split. He does have a pinless double knee joint, so not too bad there. Like I mentioned before, he has the calf swivel, and of course we have that gold, mustard gold paint and orange, and then we have the purple for the centerpiece there at the kneecap. We do have ankle, and with the ankle we get a little bit of tilting. My big hands are in the way here, so you can get some decent posing out of the figure. I think just limited in the hips because of the plastic there. And of course, that's the backside there. We just have some more scarring. So yeah, that's the articulation for the figure. Now here's my thing about this, and I'm just gonna kind of get it out of the way here. He has a lot of battle damage, and the show did not. I mean, what little we got of the character in the show, he was already battle damaged to begin with. There's stories here, and I think presenting him like this and not getting a chance to kind of explain some of this did a disservice, because I think he's owed a story about what happened to him here. I mean, this isn't a like side piece or side quest where, I went on an adventure in the sea and He-Man cut my eye out or whatever, I got in a fight with Roboto and my eye is gone. So I don't hold any sway here, and I'm not one to tell Kevin Smith what to do with season 2. Not that he's going to listen to me anyways. But if you're going to come back, if you're going to strip him down, kind of break him as a character, and then have this much battle damage, he's owed a story. There's something there. So I'd like to see that show up, hopefully in season 2. Something. So that's my beef. That's what I had to say about that. And thanks for letting me run my mouth like I know what I'm talking about. As far as scale goes, I do have Evelyn over here to match with scale because she's always around. So we bring her up, and when you look at them, his head's down. So if we bring his head up just a little bit, the scales on his head are going to make him a little bit taller than Evelyn. So he is going to be a little bit higher in that 7-inch line. You get a better look at those scales there. Even though he is kind of hunched over, we got that. So there you go, as far as comparison with another figure in the line. All right, and so there you go. That's my review of Merman from the Revelations line from Masterverse. Overall, a good figure. Because it's not mine, I didn't press a lot of the articulation. When I get one in hand, I will definitely explore the articulation a little bit more. I like it. Merman was one of my favorite characters from the original show. That's why I was kind of nitpicky about a little few things in here. So to have have him in Revelations, at least I'm happy about that. And again, the one thing I wanted to touch on, Kevin Conroy, thank you. If you can hear us on this side, for your wonderful talent and for sharing it with us. I grew up with you, listening to you on Batman the Animated Series. Well, I was mostly already grown up. But to have you do other characters, to see you play a live-action Batman, and to hear you say the magic phrase, "I am Batman," I can't do that, and I'm not going to just do a disservice by trying to do an impression. Your talent touched the world, and I want to say thank you for that.